We're stepping onto the green with not just a golf instructor, but a true life disruptor. The social media sensation who's redefining the game of golf. But Manolo's impact goes far beyond the links. With his infectious enthusiasm, unconventional approach, and a genuine passion for breaking down barriers, he's teaching us the valuable life lessons that apply to both the golf course and beyond. Let's tee off.
I have to tell you, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to meet an individual that I actually met through TikTok. And I thought you were transformational. This show is all about transformational individuals in their particular field, blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
Innovators, blah, 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 blah. But what I find most fascinating is when I find people who are in a space that's extremely mature or crowded or whatever the case may be, and then invent a new space.
Okay.
I want to know that person. I'm so excited because this is the first time you're doing this.
Absolutely.
So, have to admit, I'm a little nervous about it because I think you're iconic.
Honey.
Come on!
Baby, shh. Don't be nervous.
I need to settle down.
Brusen Sie Deutsch. Don't be nervous.
There's subtle breathing problems going on inside. Why?
Got him quickly.
You make me laugh all the time. But I will tell you the it factor for me, for you, and I'll dive right into it right away, is, to me, you made golf approachable.
Welcome to the mind of Manolo. Manias, you see this thing right here? This is a golfing ball, and it has dimples. The tires, oh my God, look at the tires. All smack that shit lean mean.
So I'd love to kind of just start off first by just asking you a couple of quick questions.
Ooh.
But
Like the white light. There's one.
stop making me laugh.
Well, you have to stop laughing. Bro.
Okay,
The
well, I'm
white
laughing
light.
because that's who you are. But the thing about it is, what got you started on this whole branding thing? Because I again, I'll tell you this: the disruptive nature of what you're doing is you have this kind of older, more established, type of thing, and you come in, bam, and you just hit it. You know what I'm saying?
Smack it.
Smack it.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
When I watch your TikToks, I definitely feel empowered to do other things. Like, it's not just golf.
Yeah.
And that's my sense of this. It's something that I want to kind of talk to you a little bit about, because I don't even want to put you in the category of influencer. No, I'm just keeping it real.
I'm keeping it very real.
No, I'm keeping it really
Thank you
real,
for that.
All right? But I'm saying to you, because you're genuinely interested in getting your constituents or the partners you have, the people you're talking to really learn about the game.
There's a reason that I don't use or consider myself influencer. Is there influence? Great, awesome.
Right.
But I believe that the way the word is and the thing that Manolo does is that's the reason the handle is Manolo Teaches Golf. The majority and always will be the Manolo teaching golf. So
you're not thinking about who am I going to influence and things like that.
That's the last thing.
Right.
on
So
my mind.
your day construct. That was another thing I was going to say. Your day constructs of kind of thinking about how do I teach golf better.
In a way, yes, but in a large part, no. I don't think of those things. Here's what I think.
Do you think?
I think all the time.
Okay.
You better too. Thoughts become things. Come on, Bruce Lee.
I just want to make sure.
Come on.
All right.
Thoughts become things.
Okay.
You better keep your thoughts pure and you better keep them very, very positive.
Right. I hope so.
Yeah. So all I do is I try to do what makes me feel good. The only thing I try to do in life is if it makes me feel good, I do it. How fast can I feel good? What are the things that I do to constantly be feeling good? And there's dips and valleys and all the things and the whole bit. But that's the spice of life. If it was always good, bro, then what's the point?
Right.
But when you come, all right, well, how do I get back? And then you feel it, and then you do it. And that's when you really act upon what you're thinking and your thoughts. So I don't know when this
Fall
happened.
7 times, rise 8.
Did you
Yeah.
say that out
No,
loud?
I
You
just
did.
said fall 7 times,
I
rise
just had
8.
a short circuit.
All right, you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping a little Asian here.
Thank you for
just,
that.
a little woo.
A little Asian, but a lot street. Look at that hoodie, bro.
Yeah,
You
I
came
love that.
correct.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm just
So-
saying.
So here's what I'm saying now. Check it out. The captain in me, that is what comes out. And how I believe if people are following and people love and people watch and people are getting better, that is so awesome to me to know because I do know the game.
100%.
And I grew up with the game and I know that
100%.
if these tips go in to their game and if they use them and they're quick because golf, the last thing you want to be thinking is thinking. Wow.
Yeah.
When do you run 5-on-5 hoop or 2-on-2 hoop? You pass, you run, you do, you catch, you screen, you pull, you shoot, you hit, and that's it.
Yeah.
Baseball, you're in the, what are you doing in the batter's box? Oh my God, am I thinking? You're not thinking, man. You watch, you react. Your animal instincts, bro. The lion, animal instincts. That's why animals are so nasty.
Can you do that over again? Come on, I'm going to go.
Which one?
That's awesome.
And in football, you're running routes, bro.
Right.
You know, you're not thinking, you're processing.
Right. You got a lot of synaptical things coming at you to make instant decisions.
But that's the thing, is that when you're feeling fantastic and you make the right decision, you do the right move, you change lanes correctly, you see it, bro.
I mean, dude, you define endorphins.
That's where I ride.
No, it's cool. It's
and
cool.
I believe that what you're saying about there's more to it, I think that the energy I have, for the love I have, number one, for the game, and two, to help speed it up. Because man, oh man, you feel me?
For sure.
If you can take these tips, implement these tips into your golf game.
And move.
Keep it moving.
Right.
Take the thought.
Right.
Try to not do it. Just take one good tip and do
And
it,
then
do it.
smack.
Get better. Smack that shit. Get better. Can we curse? I'm not going to curse a lot.
Well, you just did, but it's okay.
All right.
More with Manolo when the Disruptors comes right back.
There's always this moment with every disruptor, with anyone who becomes in that, into that, what I call that sphere. You're now in that outer ring sphere.
Okay.
Okay. But to penetrate that space, there was a moment, where you had the idea. Can you walk me through the idea, what you started to do, and then actually maybe some of the people who, impacted you in that process, and then where you go, wait a minute, this is where I'm going in my life.
I have to give so much props to my guy, Jimmy Tropicana.
Okay.
Tropicana, without him, there is no this stuff.
Really?
He is a humongous part of it, because that's my rider. That's my guy. You're bouncing ideas off, you're having fun, you're talking. He was trying to be good in the game of golf. And there was a level of handicap that he was at that I was watching and seeing the way he was, because he's an athlete. That vato's a full-blown athlete. And a lot of athletes sometimes have a lot of difficulty with the game of golf because they're so good at sports that what is going on here? Why can't this thing go where I want it to go? It's not moving. Everything else moves and I'm good at that, but this thing's stuck. The golf ball doesn't move. So all I was doing was helping him drop his handicap. And one day we're on the golf course during the pandemia, 2020,
Yeah, right.
2020,
Yeah.
in the summertime. That was Spanish for 2020.
No, I kind of gleaned
I know,
it,
but I saw you like,
well,
whoa,
I
so
was trying to act sophisticated and feel like I actually
Pues es
understood. I
obvio
actually
que
know
hay
I
gente
get.
aquí que habla español también. All I said is there's people that are watching that speak Spanish. So, Jimmy, one day, he was just taking a little bit too long, and I knew it, and I was like, that is a detriment to your golfing game.
Right,
You're
so he was
better than
overthinking it.
that. Whatever he was doing.
Okay.
He was roboting that shit, Robocop.
Yeah.
And then finally he took a little bit too long, and I said, and I quote, wow! Okay, mijo, the sun is trapped, and I would like to play some more golf. So can you, for the love of God, just waggle that shit and smack that shit? And that's it. You're killing yourself, bro.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Smacking That Shit with Jimmy Tropicana and yours truly, Manolo, where we smack that shit and we talk some shit and you get into the minds of what's going down. And maybe if you're watching this, you focus on what we're doing to get better at golf, to where you can surf faster, you can play. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm speaking to the world, bro. You're like 5 years old, man.
I'm 7.
Serious. Take it easy. Check it out.
And that's really how I was born.
He turned to me and he said,
Was he mad?
no, he can't. He talks more trash than anybody
Okay,
I ever
I
met in
just
my
want to
life.
make sure.
That was nothing. That was,
you know how golfers can get really, almost pissed.
well, you know how some humans
Right.
you yell at and they're like, oh my God, you love me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Really?
Yeah, he's a gangster.
Okay.
And he said, what is waggle? And that was it, bro.
Boom.
Waggle? And now you got to take the talking trash, being fun, having fun, because you jab your guys all day long. And the ones that can take it, those are the homies. And the ones that can't, whatever. But I had to realize you don't know. He's like, waggle. What is that? Ben Hogan, bro. That's golf, bro. You got to waggle that shit. If you're gonna hit a little baby shot, would you waggle it like that? No. If you're gonna boom bomb it, you get up in there, and then when you get close to the hole, it's a whole thing, bro. How about this? For the next until the sun goes down, which is like 5-6 holes more, why don't you just get up to the shot? Why don't you vision what you want it to do? big high this or like that or whatever you're trying to do.
And then visualize it.
Visualize what you can't see.
No lesson, just
very Tupac.
think it through.
Visualize what you can't see.
Wow.
And he, listen to this.
Okay,
True story, listen to this.
Okay.
He's like, okay, I can do that. Just for real, waggle it, whatever you think athletically. Like, I want to do that, I'm going to do that. And then pull the trigger, bro. Because frankly, you're getting shot and you're not even peeling off rounds. You got to shoot it.
Okay. Right.
Level par.
What? No. Really?
En nome del Padre, del Figlio, Spirito Santo. Level par. Because he could putt.
No, so he's a good putter.
And guess what happened? All he did was get up and waggle that shit and smack that shit. And bro, look at that. What does that say?
Well, yeah.
And it says it over there too. I'm going to try and limit the amount of, what's.
Yeah.
Boom! Finish it off. He thought he had unlocked Pandora's box, because golf is kind of Pandora's box.
Right. Well, that is the feeling when, it's the only sport I know that, as I said before, the harder you work, the worse you become. Like you go into football, like if you keep on pitching or keep on, practicing things, you have a tendency to get better. I've noticed when you golf and you're trying harder and harder and harder, it gets worse and worse and worse. You have to be almost translucent the way you think about the game.
Yeah, and there's an element of what you're doing is you're simply ingraining awful things because you're not doing it correctly.
Oh, that's really cool.
So if you keep doing the thing over and over incorrectly, well, all you're going to do is program even further your program, and your program is not running very correct.
So boom, you did that, and then that's when you said
that night,
boom,
in the parking lot,
boom,
Brookside, Rose Bowl,
boom,
Super Bowls, Rose Bowls, Big Bowls, MJ, Whitney, the whole bit. We did it.
Okay.
In the parking lot, we had a moment.
More with Manolo when the Disruptors comes right back.
To make a super long story short. All right, here's what we'll do. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna make Manolo teach us golf. I got this. Every time we come out to the course, since it's pandemic, we don't have anything to do.
That's awesome.
Let's get out here. Let's get as good as we can. Whatever, may as well. Golf's alive. Grass is growing. So boom, we did it. I went home, 9 pictures. I got endless beautiful pictures. I love photography, and I got some good pictures. Boom, put it up. And then the next day, we came out, went, totally forgot. Wasn't until the 14th hole, right in unison. We gotta make a video, man.
Is that it?
Just we remembered.
You forgot.
Yeah, I put the pictures up, whatever. I wasn't on there.
Yeah.
I wasn't even on social media like that at all. Zero, nada. I was
That's
done.
crazy.
And then, boom, one video, and then, okay, good, we did it. Boom, he goes, what are you gonna do? And I was like, well, you gotta be able to do that, and you gotta be able to do that, and here's how you're gonna do that, and that's it. And he's like, I love it, let's go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Man, we're going to 3, 2, 1. Boom, we did it. Up, up, up. I just said, listen, I'm not going to ask nobody to follow nothing. Whatever's to be is be. It's golf. You have to have a level of integrity and respect for this game. Because this game's been around for so long. Longer than everything. Maybe soccer before, but golf's it. That's long standing.
Oh, for sure.
And it's a thing. Now, I have the utmost respect for higher power, spirituality, the game. You're never above it. So all I want to do is help it and give it. That was it, bro. Okay.
I want to transition on something.
Absolutely.
Here, because we've talked about it.
Yes.
And it's something that's been sticking in the back of my mind of why, to be candid with you.
All right.
We were in Chicago recently, and you were doing some really cool stuff with Manolo, but with wine and with cigars. Can you just kind of walk me through that journey? Like what started all that?
I lived in Spain.
Because I've tasted your wine and I've
time.
tasted your cigars, and they're terrific.
Absolutely.
Okay, but again, these are crowded spaces, and yet you seem to be paving this way for people to recognize not only who you are, but the quality of your stuff. And so can you kind of...
Well, always quality over quantity. No
Correct.
matter what it is.
Because I said, I'll buy a bazillion, blah, blah, and you're like, no, Brucey, that's not what we're doing
That's
here.
not what this is.
Right.
Quality over quantity is who I am.
Right.
So if I
that
stray
intrigued me.
from
Right.
that, I'm straying from, my inner being,
Right.
we'll call it. So that's not something I choose to do because I believe that quality over quantity is a necessity. But where I do and why I do is through the walks of life that I've lived. These aren't random. I wake up, I'm going to do this. I have relationships that have been forged for 2 decades. I lived in Spain. I lived in Ribera del Duero, in Valladolid.
What was that again?
Studied.
Okay,
Oh, that's right. More Spanish. Sorry.
Right, and I'm sorry.
I know, Bruce.
Yeah, well,
We need to put the Duolingo on you, bro.
No, okay, maybe we'll try.
Don't be
I don't want to do it
nasty.
right now. You know what I mean? I don't want to do it right now.
I lived there I smelt it, I tasted it, I touched it, I watched it. I watched wine bring families together. They do it all the time.
Right.
They do it right at siesta. We're gonna have this on a little glass of vino, no pasa nada. That shit don't happen here in the States like that. It's a different culture, it's a different movida. How was that so influential and impactful on me? Because when I did move back to the United States, my first job was an international wine consultant.
Okay, so that's the time. Okay.
I'm gonna forget more about wine than most people ever know.
Okay.
I was slanging the top 5% of juice on planet Earth that you would never know about.
Okay.
These are small production boutique vineyards, make 500 cases, and you won't see it because 500 cases, where's that going? That's in the middle of Tuscany doing, here's the familia, here's here, here's there, a couple people. We're making it because our family's name been on it for 300 years. España, France, Italy, Argentina, you name it, we had it. So I was enamored by it. I watched it. And vineyards are always close to bodies of water. I better be close to a body of water. Pacific Ocean, that's why I live in Los Angeles. Spain, Italy, France, the Mediterranean, oh my God, Argentina, Australia. I know.
Yeah.
So that, my teammate when I played rugby in Spain, he's a vineyard owner, restaurateur. We always knew, but it finally came to fruition because of golf and because of our ability to instruct, teach, help, and grow the game, move the game, so everyone has more fun, bro.
More with Manolo when the Disruptors comes right back.
Brunello di Montalcino. It goes with everything. You want the steak? Boom, that's it. You want the poultry chickens? It goes perfectly with that one. Oh, you're vegetarians. It goes great with lamb. I promise you, that's the one to set you free. You just need to know. Oh, that's a good quart. Oh, that's a good bottle. Oh, that's a Brunello. This is how you pour it. This is where it goes. Look at the colore on that. It smells fantastic. If you didn't know, you're going to when you order Brunello di Montalcino. My God. It's intoxicating.
You have this way of creating this endorphin of good feelings.
Oh,
you know,
I
the feels.
love it.
You know what I mean? And then so you get the feels.
Yeah.
You get them feeling good about their golf swing. You've got a great quality wine. They're smoking a great cigar. This is all part of who you are.
It's just it's an extension of who
Correct.
I am, and these are the things that I was always desiring to do. But the time has come. The ability to go, to spend time, to go and be with my people who I was with when for the decade I couldn't go because I didn't have any money. I didn't have the means. I couldn't do it. I was focused, hyper psycho, horse racer focused.
This is a perfect time to segue to
Okay.
what I call the feels.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
let's do it.
Feelings. You
I
know,
love
'cause
it.
You actually embody feelings and emotion and so on and so forth. So I'm going to change up a question. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna,
All right, Jeopardy, let's go.
If your golf club was a magic wand,
Wow.
and I gave you a whiteboard and said, "What's the next vision for you? Where do you want it? Where do you want to take it? Because it's getting really big now. You know what I mean? And what you obviously want to avoid is you want to maintain the authenticity of who you are and so on and so forth. Golf and lesson. When you sit up at night and start thinking about these things, or if they just come to you, you know, the inspiration aspect of it. What's that kind of next level for you? Are you thinking about?
I'm an instructor at heart.
Okay.
I want to always help and give and be there. And I want to be able to do it in interesting places involving food, wine, and experiences that the life has to offer. You have one life to live.
Amen.
And if there's anything that I want to do is I want to enhance that experience for anybody that I'm able to, including myself. So bringing some of the best juice on the planet from a place near and dear to my heart in Northwest Spain, in Ribera del Duero, Castilla y León, to have that bring people, your family, you together through that juice, that is what I want to do.
That's pretty cool.
We have the Nicaragua plantation down there where we're making some really, really good custom puros where our cigars are just as good as it gets. And those are things I want to bring together. Special events, times, you have them, it's a thing, use them, do them. But how can I bring these experiences to people the way Spain brought them to me, the way my family has brought them to me? I want that. I want more of a connection to people because I'm not going to change the world, okay? But what I can do is maybe change part of it and help people be better people, feel better feels, think better thoughts, and bring each other together. And with that, travel around the world and hopefully in a really cool car and drink wine that enjoy food and that brings my ability to increase my ability to teach through my experiences also.
Well,
That's my magic
and
wand.
not to speak about what we do, but our firms, our organizations, main tenets is performance, access, and lifestyle. Okay, and the way I kind of thought about it is, if you're wealthy or ultra wealthy or whatever, poor, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
You're always wanting to experience something in lifestyle that makes you feel special. And so for you to bring that to the table and make people feel that way, you're a gift. I just feel like what you're doing, not only to the golfing community, but to people in general,
Sure.
you're spreading some good stuff out there. And I just can't wish you any more success in life. Thanks for being here.
God bless you, brother. Thank you very much for having me. Like I
Love
said,
you, man. You just met Manolo. I've known him for a little while, but I'm going to tell you something. I got no teleprompter in front of me. I got no nothing. You know what the guy gives me? He gives me feels. What do I mean by that? When you wake up in the morning, you got to feel good about yourself, about the people you talk to, how you think about things, and the events that are in front of you. That guy gives me feels. He makes me feel good about myself. He makes me feel like I can do anything. But what's more importantly, and why I believe he's a great disruptor, is he took, somewhat of an antiquated sport, and I know it's all modern and everything right now, but he made it simple in my mind, and he made me feel good about playing the game of golf. He didn't tell me exactly what to do or how to do it. He tried to teach me how to visualize things. And if you take that a step further, isn't that the success to all life? Visualizing your success? It's kind of interesting. Harvard did a study back in the 70s when they said those leaders that actually could visualize and write down their success, when they came back to them 20 years later, there was a material difference on those who visualized and executed their success versus those who didn't. So as trivial as it may seem, how you feel and how you visualize and how you put that in writing is a significant way in visualizing your future. Manolo does talk about golf, but as you get to know him more, what I hope translated through this process was he's a lot more than golf. He's a really, really good guy. And I hope after you watch this particular program and this show that he makes you feel better about yourself. And with that, I'm telling you, he loves you and he doesn't even know you. And that's what I love about the guy.
Changing the game, shattering expectations, rewriting the rules. Meet the new visionaries, the rebels, the ones who dare to disrupt.
When you're on a show like this, we're always talking about disruption.
The way that this is transforming is people want an actual connection with the person that they're listening to.
Exploring the industries revolutionizing our world.
They're trying to create FOMO for their friends.
Yeah.
This is what today everything is about. You just put a regular steak on the table, they're not taking their phone out and filming that. You bring it out in a briefcase and you do a whole show and a shebang and dancers around it, and then you brand it with the Poppy Steak logo, they're taking out their phone.
The Disruptors. From the Fontainebleau Las Vegas Resort.